the Bruins signed Mitchell Miller to a contract a few days ago, despite the fact that it came out when the Coyotes initially drafted him that he was convicted in juvenile court for heinous and racially motivated bullying when he was 14. The Bruins did ultimately cut ties with Miller after significant backlash and after it was apparent that Miller had not made amends with Isaiah or his family or really done much to prove that he has come back from such horrible incidents, which I don't even know if you can come back from that. But Isaiah just released a statement in his own words, and I'll be honest with you guys, I'm really just sick to my stomach, and I feel like all we've been hearing is from everybody else. Isaiah's mom, the Bruins, Cam Neely, Miller's agent King, and now that we finally hear from him, I just feel like it's important for us to open the dialogue here. So I guess just Rupp, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on how this all unfolded, just from the Bruins to Miller's camp and everything in between.
Yeah, you know what, Molly, it's yeah, I agree with you too. And just full transparency as we're doing this, that Isaiah's message was just tweeted out there, right? So this is fresh with us reading it, and it's
Very.
like I have goosebumps, but like bad goosebumps, like
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Like I feel certain things right now from reading Isaiah's words there, and I know that you guys do as well. But like, so here's my thing, that just to talk about it from the Bruins standpoint.
Of course.
First off, just speaking in general terms, I believe in second chances. I do. I think most of us do.
Right.
But you have to. There's certain things that have to be done to get those second chances, and that's part of this situation here. But just from the Bruin standpoint of wanting to go and try to see if they can, maybe give that second chance or have this player bring him into this organization. I think for the level of what he's been accused of and what we've already found in court, and when he was 14. What Mitchell Miller is done, it takes more than, I think, especially nowadays in our society, when we're finally talking about things a little more openly and things are starting to be more transparent out there, you have to have a plan in place. There has to be something. All right, this is what we are looking to do. This is what we have researched. This is what we have found. And this is the plan moving forward. I think at least being able to provide people with some things like that, it maybe would have been taken a little bit better, or at least, but it was just like this, we're signing this player. Hold on a second. You can't just, you can do, yeah, you could do that, but we, as a society, got to look out for one another. This is, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. Like, it is, you know what I mean? Like, so I think there's a way that this has to play out that didn't happen. So, I think since then with Cam Neely and the Bruins are taking ownership, I actually liked what Cam Neely said, where he's like, this is on us. This is a total shortfall on our end. I don't know where this goes, but I agree with you. Having Isaiah, I don't know. Something has to be done here. I think on a, and that's where it gets tough too. Like, what is genuine now at this point? Because he's been drafted, that's been rescinded. The contract's been given, that's been rescinded. At what point now are we getting to the point where it's not genuine? You know what I mean? And that sucks, because this kid just there needs to be some amends here. Some Isaiah needs to find that some sort of closure to this so he can move on with his life. And from what we just read, that's not happening. And that's what tears me up, right? Like, you got to get on with your life. Not now you have to get on with it. I mean, he has to feel like this is closure, and he hasn't received that from Mitchell. So at least that's what we're seeing here. So, man, this is, I don't know where it goes from here. I really don't.
Yeah, the way the whole thing unfolded. I mean, when I initially saw the Bruins announce it, I just remember almost tweeting, like, is this going to be worth it in 24 hours? Because I can tell you right now, the answer is no. Yeah. And I felt like as more and more information kept coming out, I mean, Cam Neely said it himself that when they first made the decision to go through with this, he did want to do diligence with the vetting process, but nobody thought to talk to the family.
Right.
I just think that was a a massive oversight that I don't even know how it could be an oversight if you're putting as much emphasis as you are on the vetting process. The Bruins come out and say, we've been spending all this time with him, talking with his representation, taking notes on all the things that he's been doing. But the one thing that he hasn't actually done is sincerely apologize. What was it? A Snapchat message,
Yeah.
which is what Isaiah details in his statement. And the big thing in that statement that I think jumped out to me the most, just as someone that, I remember what it was like to be a kid. I remember what middle school was like. Bullying is real. It's a thing. The thing that really just made the hair on the back of my neck stand up was how many times Isaiah drove home the fact that this kid, Mitchell Miller, kept trying to mask it as he was trying to be his friend. He wanted to be his friend. And
Yeah.
that's what he kept telling Isaiah is, I want to be your friend. Like, let me sit next to you. I just want to be your friend. And that's probably all Isaiah really wanted, because isn't that what we all want in life is just to have friends?